from the break, you're still on to Sports Spectacular, and I remain your host, Simeon Uroh. I have here with me my co-host on the show, Ingram Jones. You're welcome to Sports Spectacular.
Thank you.
It was a sad one for the Chelsea faithfuls over the weekend.
Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Chelsea fans, keep the faith. You know, Arsenal, they started the season last season tremendously well, and they had an 8-point lead. They ended the season losing by 8 points.
And I heard some Chelsea fans are already calling for Pochettino to be fired.
No need. It's a project, and I believe that once they click, Chelsea are going to be dangerous.
Okay, so once they click, Chelsea are going to be dangerous. This is coming from my football analyst and also my football prophet, the one that sees ahead of time in the world of football. Ingram Jones. This is a new title for you, Ingram.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's when they click. They might click when they're 14th in the league and then go up the league.
Yeah.
It just depends. And the role of games they have. If they have a succession of really top teams, it might be a problem.
Yeah, I want to agree with you on this because of the fact that we have one of the two top coaches in the EPL. When they came, they struggled as well. Number one is Pep Guardiola. His first season was when Chelsea won the league and Chelsea defeated Man City home and away, and they struggled. Talking about the next coach, Jurgen Klopp, it took him 5 seasons before he could win a major trophy, talking about the EPL, and they've been spending, right? So let's Chelsea faithful, Pochettino, and those anti-Chelsea fans, keep calm, be calming down. We are coming, and we are coming really, really strong. Let's give you news that you can use, talking about the home scene, because we need to start from home. East, west, north, south. We say home is the best. Nigeria has no representative in the both men's and women's 100-meter race final at the ongoing IAAF World Championship in Budapest, Hungary. Nigeria's sole entrance in the women's category was Rosemary, who couldn't make it into the final. What is happening to our AFN, talking about the Athletic Federation of Nigeria? It seems like something is wrong. Now we don't have people that should represent us on the world stage at the top level.
If there's anything to go by, I've always said before, structure. Structure, value. We're good at celebrating our stars. We're good at celebrating, they've done this and they've done that. But you often hear by many of these stars the difficulties they struggle with officials in this country, and it's very disheartening. So I don't know what the structure's like within the athletic realm, and I don't know what the production line is like.
Yeah.
So I can't speak, but clearly it's not good.
Okay, so clearly it's not good. We talk about structure and value. You know, when you value something, you have to put in your best to make it work. And when the structure is bad, so you need to still find a way to make it strong, right? And let's still stay with the IAAF World Championship that is ongoing right there in Budapest, Hungary. Nigeria's hope for medals at the ongoing World Athletics Championship in Budapest, Hungary continues with the participation of Favour Ofeli and of course Alaba Akintola in the women's and men's 200-meter event respectively. So we are hoping that Nigeria, we are going to lay our hands on medal in this World Athletic Championship. Not forgetting that our very own, that doesn't disappoint, Tobi Amusan, is still in this competition, and guess what? She's in the final of the 110-meter hurdles right there. So Nigeria's Tobi Amusan is gearing up to secure one of the 2 spots in the heat 2 to advance to the final of the women's 110-meter hurdle. Talking about Tobi Amusan. So even if the other athletes fail, we know that we have someone that's already in the final. If at all we don't win anything, at least we can get silver or bronze if she doesn't go for the gold medal. And looking at our antecedent, talking about Toby Amuson, you believe that she's going to get a medal in the finals, right?
He's a top quality operator.
Yeah, so she's a top quality athlete, talking about Toby Amuson. Let's cross over to the Nigerian Professional Football League. I'm just giving you one news that we can use, then we'll go on the break. On the flip side, we talk about cricket and the rest. So giving you news that you can use Nigeria's representative in this season's CAF Champions League. Eyimba Remo Stars are determined to make a comeback in the return leg of their ties after facing defeat in their first leg matches respectively. Now Eyimba went all the way to Libya and they lost by 4-3 right there. A 7-goal thriller. You have to go and see that game again. Eyimba took the lead and the home team, they bounced back and the game ended 4 goals to the advantage team playing at home, talking about Al Ali Benghazi. And Remo Stars, they lost a narrow loss for Remo Stars, talking about Remo that played against Maidema Sporting Club of Ghana. So these two teams, they are coming back home to play the final, the return leg. And if you look at the aggregate, they are just down by a goal aggregate. So what are the expectations for Remo Stars and Eyimba FC?
They score home early and the fans erupt. Then it's on, isn't it? But while you're on the attack, you have to wear your defense. Because if they score away from home, you should know what happens there.
So if they score away from home, you should know what happens. This is how we're going for a very quick short break. And when we return, I'll be letting you know. From the break, we are still on to Sports Spectacular. Now, we are in the second phase of the show and we are talking to a young talented cricket coach in the studio with us right here on the stables of TNT television. You know what Sports Spectacular is all about is to go to the grassroots and catch them young. Now we have a young talented cricket coach right here in the studio with us on the show, Samuel Obafemi. You are welcome to Sports Spectacular. How are you doing, Samuel? Yeah, Samuel is very, very fine. And now we talk about cricket. How long have you been into the business of cricket before becoming a coach?
5 years and a half.
And what was the experience like, Samuel?
Before they bring cricket to our school. So then I always get to school late. So I didn't meet everything they are saying. So when closing time, so I see them doing the training. Run around, stop, go, something like that. So first day, I will just stand beside the football post.
Yeah.
So watch what they are doing for 3 weeks. So I know them. So one of my friends, they are talking about cricket. So I said, okay, cricket. So they read it and they are collecting form for cricket. So I just go and stay there when they are doing live video. I just stand beside my friend talking. So when our coach playing the camera to my friend, so they asked my friend, what do you learn today, something like that. So and he asked me that, who am I? But then I want to join cricket. And then I can't say yes or no. So my friend
in between.
Yes, my friend just said yes. And I said, okay, come next week, come and join. So that's where I start from.
And now, the level you are into now, how do you are a coach. Now, how do you pass on this idea and what you've gathered together? How do you pass it to the next generation or your team? How do you pass it across?
It's by encouraging them.
Okay.
But when you are coaching a student, someone like you,
Yeah.
so you need to talk to them the way your coach is talking to you.
Okay.
And when you are talking to them, encourage them to do something. When somebody did mistake, you have to correct the person and encourage. So the person can know what is next.
Okay, so the person can know what is next. So Samuel Obafemi is a young cricket coach right there in the community or the city of Ikorodu, as you may have it, and is doing big things in the world of cricket for himself. Now, Samuel, let's talk about what are your vision, your plan in the next 2-3 years? Where do you want to see yourself as a cricket coach?
I would like to be international coach and player because I like playing, I like batting in cricket. That's what I like most.
Okay. So is there any tournaments that you've gone for? What are the tournaments you've gone for? What are the achievements you've achieved as a coach and also as a player during the course of this 1.5 year that you have been into this sport, cricket?
Yes, good. Then I played for Lagos State, and when I played for Lagos State, after playing for Lagos State, I got scholarship for cricket and some money.
Wow, some good money that whiling away your time won't give you. Now, this is a big message to all the youths, young adults. You are teenager, you are still thinking which sport will I venture into. Some of us, like the other time, last week, Ingram, you remember that, what's his name? The other guy that was on the show, the other coach, Bolaji, was saying that he's an Arsenal fan and he was watching football and football wasn't giving him anything. Rather, football was taking things from him, like his money and his time. But cricket has given him a lot. So for you out there at home and you are sitting down there thinking, what should I do? How do I do this? How do I go into cricket? You need to start seeing that age is not really a barrier for you. You can start at any time, and this is the best time, of course.
I started when I was 14.
Wow.
So when I had visions and aspirations to travel around the world, and I ended up saying I wanted to travel to Africa. Look where I am now.
Look at where Ingram Jones is now. See what we are talking about. So, Samuel Obafemi, you want to be an international cricket player. What are the steps that you need to take to get to that level?
I need to, in my coaching, I need to step up, and when I'm playing, I have to step up so I can learn some things. Like now, when we play for Lagos State, I know everybody behavior and all the things we can do, so I have to bring everything out.
Okay, so Samuel has to bring everything out. This I will be calling it a wrap on the show on Samuel on the show. Samuel, it's nice talking to you on Sports Spectacular. We hope to see you more time again and we hope to see you at the top. As you see also, we want to go. Let's go for this quick short break. We'll be right back. Strikes. Welcome back from the break. Just on to Sports Spectacular, and of course we had our young cricket coach in the second segment of the show previously on the flip side, and now we are here one talk football. Ingram, the transfer window is going to be over in a week's time, and players are moving here and there. What are the players you think Arsenal need to get for them to be a really serious title contender?
They need a striker. They need a striker. So,
sorry for continuing. When we talk about strikers, who are the strikers, like top 5 strikers that are doing well, that you feel that when this striker come in?
I don't know all that, but I need a striker. I'll just go through the FIFA thing because that's where I go. I'll tell you about Nicholas Jackson,
yeah.
And Chelsea.
But you have not started firing.
He'll fire. Marcus Thuram.
Marcus Thuram is in Inter Milan right now.
I would love to see him come to Arsenal. Another guy that should come to Arsenal is
Colin Wani. Yeah, Colin Wani.
Bordeaux, the striker, he's like 20, 21 years old.
And I'm talking about Victor Osimhen.
Arsenal are not going to get him.
No, let's leave.
Yeah, but
Let's leave whether Arsenal will get him or not. You know, all these players you mentioned too. Arsenal, they are not still looking towards that direction. But you personally, looking at what you need right now, Arsenal, they're really playing good football at the moment.
I see a guy I would go for if I could buy him. I understand his number is Ivan Toney for Arsenal.
Ivan Toney. Okay, that has the bet scandal for Brentford. Is it? I thought they say he's on the ban.
He's banned. I said if he wasn't banned, he'd be the guy I'd probably go and buy for Arsenal. Because you know, Arsenal like to go cheap.
Cheap, okay.
So, you know, people say, oh, you'll be bought right, but you need to buy out a world-class striker. If they don't buy a world-class striker, that's window shuts. I say that with Arsenal. I say that with
Manchester United, yeah.
And I do respect Jackson.
But Chelsea need a backup striker, a world-class striker, yeah.
Bring back Lukaku? I don't know. But I think you need to have a world-class striker. If you want to be in the top 4 in the league by Christmas.
Let's quickly take a quick look at the top 6 and the striking arsenals that they have right there in their team. Talking about Tottenham. Who do Tottenham have as their point man this season?
They were talking about Son. They were talking about
Richarlison. Okay.
The other guys, what was his name?
Okay, is it Vinicius? Okay, no, it's not Vinicius. Vinicius is playing for Fulham. Yeah. Okay, so Son Richarlison. Yeah. Let's move on. Liverpool.
Is that fun,
right now, Firmino is gone. They are still playing a false 9 in Diogo Jota, and once in a while, Darwin Núñez used to come from the bench. But we all know that their hitman is still Mohamed Salah. And their joker is Luis Diaz. Yes. So Liverpool. So Liverpool don't need a striker in a nutshell, right? Now let's go to Manchester United.
They bought that dud guy, what's the guy?
Holland.
Holland.
Yeah.
Like
the Danish striker.
The budget version.
Yeah. And that's who they are putting their trust in.
Good luck with that one.
Then Arsenal Football Club.
Well, they've got
Nketiah. And for you, it's a no-no, right? So if you look at it, so there's possibility that Man City, they are still going to win the league again. Because Man City have a complete squad. In the top of the attack.
And they've got an experienced squad.
But do you know that there's something I fear about Manchester City? They don't have a bench at the moment. They don't have bench. Trust me. They don't have bench. You look at playing Cole Palmer is not supposed to be in the starting 11 for Man City, but because they've not gotten a replacement for Riyad Mahrez that has gone to the Saudi. Now they are still in the market looking for Lucas Paqueta.
They've got the money for it. You see, I saw the guy the other day scored the goal, and is it Antonio for West Ham?
Yeah, Mikel Antonio.
He looks interesting.
For Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah, I'll go for him. Possibility.
So as you see also, we're on the go. Next week, something big will be coming to the show, Sports Spectacular. I want you to stay right there and don't miss out next week. Sports Spectacular, we are going global, we are going big this time around, exclusive. Stay right there. As you see also, we're on the go. Bye-bye.